Hey YouTube, I'm back at the Suburban. Last video you saw it running, but it was definitely running rough. Literally, it would not run unless the choke was on full. So every time I actually even tried to adjust it, it would die. So definitely needed some carburetor adjustment. This thing was all over the place, so that's my plan now. Talking with some different people, there was a few things I can check, and so let's get to it. Got the filter off, but first thing a buddy of mine told me to check out was the throttle. And that seems like that's a lot of movement. I'm guessing it's sucking in air. Is there a way of, stupid question, can you put like a gasket or anything like that on there, like a O-ring? Curious to know. Alright, so as you saw, there was a lot of play in that throttle shaft. So look at this real quick. So I pulled it out, and there's, I don't know if you can focus. Oh, there it is right there. See that edge right there? Right there, once it focuses again. Yeah, there it is right there. Worn edge. It's at least 10 thou. And it's this hole is also not exactly perfectly round, and so I first thought about putting a bushing in it like a friend of mine did on his, but there's not enough meat there, so I'm kind of screwed with this, and I'm kind of bummed about it because I bought a whole carburetor kit, but such is life. So I didn't, if you looked online, and I've seen carbs for, replacements for like $170 and stuff like that, and I'm not, I don't need to, it's a little too pricey in my book for one piece on a piece of equipment. If this was like a large tractor, like a huge, multi horsepower, 26 horsepower, larger, something big, I would say, yeah, I would justify spending $170 on a carburetor or something that was much larger. But this is a tiny, little 12 horsepower, so I'm not about to dump that much money into one part. So I'm gonna take a risk, and what I did was I bought this carb off of Amazon. Couple small issues, a couple small differences with it. I gotta switch this throttle to the opposite side, because right now it's, the other ones come, you can see this, I can hold this here, this one would be on this side, you can see it's that, so I gotta somehow move this over to that side or figure something out to get that on there. That's one difference. I don't really know what this little intake is. I'm assuming some type of air intake. It's kind of funky. Here's the fuel line. Another funky problem with it, or some of you guys have, a lot of you guys have seen this car, but it doesn't fit right. So when you put it on, I don't know if you can see, it hits the breather. It won't sit right. It doesn't sit flush. Even with the gasket on there, it doesn't sit flush. So you need a plate. So I got the plate as well off of eBay. The guy sells it. It's this, actually it's a cast aluminum plate, which is it's kind of weird. You'd think, all you need is that spaced area. I don't know what the excess is for, but maybe someone will put it in the comments and tell me why I need all this extra. But you got to put a gasket on, then the plate, and then this goes on. And one of the things I noticed, after I bought it, now studs are too short. So that's what I'm tackling today. So even when you have the multiple gaskets, it's going to push it out to here. So I gotta get these studs off and you know, take them out and put in either longer studs or just long bolts. So that's my task for now, and let me get my torch and stuff set up and give it a try. Alright, just first thing, the way I'm going to try this is I'm going to use the just the standard method for extracting studs. So there's not much thread on this, so I took my, these are a 1/4 28, so I took my 1/4 28 die and ran it farther back so I get more meat for the bolts, and then, or for the nuts, and then you put 2 nuts on it and you jam them together as best you can to see if you can, you know, to lock them up. And then I'll use the back nut. I'm going to throw heat on it first, then I'll use the back nut to try to pry it out, because I've tried and I'm going to use heat first, or I'll use heat because I've tried just cranking the 2 of them together, and for some reason it's still no matter what, it seems to just unscrew the 2 of them. I just can't lock I can't get enough locking power between the 2 of them. So let me get my torch set up and we'll get this going. Booyah! Yeah, it worked like a charm. Nice. Now for number 2. We get set up again. 1/28 die. Basically because there's no room for anything down here. I basically just take some channel locks, just work it over. Alright, I don't know if you can see. This one's out as well. This one came out actually even easier than the other one. So, little heat, little I don't know, liquid wrench, you know, double nuts, and came out like a charm. Probably because it's you know, not that rusty, so just a good thing. But so my big thing now is I got to, these are 1/4-20 holes, and I don't think I have 1/4-20 bolts that are the right length, so I'm gonna have to make a trip somewhere or order some from McMaster Car to you know, complete this job. But hey, good progress, and thanks for watching.